Alright you guys, today is just going to be like a hodgepodge of things that I have to declutter. Really, I'm just grabbing the things that I know are like overflowing and they're getting out of control, and I'm like, okay, it's really time to go through these things. So even though this isn't like, you know, foundations, powders, concealers, it's really everything that I need to target. So we're going to target the concealers today, the setting sprays, everything miscellaneous like brow and eye products. So let's get into it. These are all the concealers that I have. You know, I've been testing all of them, like getting to the point where I'm testing each and every one of them, and like individually I have my mind made up. So there are some formulas that need to go. It's not going to be like super big declutter. Probably not like in general. There won't be like a ton of stuff, but it'll feel good to go through everything and get rid of the stuff that I'm just like really not using. And even the little bit of space that it frees up is good for me. So starting off, I have the Prism Libre skincare and concealer from Givenchy. This one is in the shade N120. I really do like this. You know, this is kind of one of those that's like a really hydrating formula, but can kind of creep into the fine lines if I'm not careful. So it's one that I go in with a little bit less product than I normally would on a concealer. Like some of these are super duper lightweight that I can go in pretty ham and it won't sink into my fine lines because they're like a very serum-y formula. This is kind of in the middle, and it's also not super drying either. It's kind of just one of those that dries down to like a natural finish. So I think this kind of was on my chopping block the last time I did a concealer declutter, but I do want to hold on to this one because I'm enjoying the way that I have found it to work. This one from Charlotte Tilbury is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. This one is in the shade Fair 4. This one I've definitely gone back and forth on too. It's kind of a tackier formula. It's more hydrating. It's got some thickness to it. I like how pigmented this is. It's got like a radiant finish to it, but it can be a little bit thicker than some of my other serum concealers. I mean, you can kind of tell the difference between the Givenchy here, which is a little bit more sheer, versus the Charlotte that's a little bit more opaque. This one can creep in occasionally. It's older in my collection and it's just kind of getting ignored, so this one I'm going to pass along. This one from L'Oreal, the True Match Radiant Serum Concealer, thin, radiant. I will say though that this one is a little bit more high coverage than like the Givenchy, for example, but it's thinner. So I definitely use more product on my under eyes with this product. But just like the foundation, like this is absolutely fabulous. Anything that's like medium, even light coverage for me is good, but like full coverage but serum-y and very thin is what I need. You know, as I'm getting up there in age, I think thinner is just better. It's really what I have found works for me. Anything that's really like too matte just does not look good. Anything that's too thick also doesn't look good. This one I really do enjoy. So that's one of my favorite ones. I'm definitely holding on to it. Now this LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightener Concealer, or Brightening Concealer rather, in LN6. This one is just too deep. I did have a backup of this at one point. Look how orange that is. That's how much I really enjoyed this. This is a very serum-y concealer, but I would not say that it's super duper full coverage. When you buff this out, it's definitely more like medium buildable coverage, but this is old. This probably is darker now than it originally was. It's definitely oxidized. Like you can see after putting some of these down, like how they're oxidizing, just like sitting on my skin. This one, even though I love it and I have it on my filming station, it's time to let it go. It is oxidized. It is old. It doesn't stink, but it's old. So I'm going to pass it along. And then this one from Moira Beauty is the Lavish Creamy Concealer in the shade 150 Oatmeal. I'm pretty sure like the stopper disappeared or like fell in there. I don't know where it went, but I didn't see it come out. This one has been too deep for me too. You can tell it's kind of on the warmer side and it's a little bit too dark in this shade. I like this, but I just think it's too deep. And I noticed that like when I was trying to pair it with certain foundations, it was looking too dark. It's a really good lightweight concealer that's also medium coverage. So like formula wise, really good, affordable, but it's just too deep and I love other ones more. This one is new in my collection from Sephora, the Best Skin Ever Multi-Use Concealer. This is the reformulation. The original was okay, but the shades ran really yellow. So I ended up decluttering the other shade that I had before they reformulated. This is in 04Y, but I picked up a warm shade. Like why? It does run yellow, which is funny that I picked up this shade when I thought the first concealer was too yellow on me. Why did I get a shade that is in Y? I don't know, but it works way better than the other one did. I think again, it's a lightweight concealer. medium coverage, maybe medium buildable to full coverage. I don't think I have my mind wrapped around how I feel about it, like completely. I definitely liked it enough to hold on to it, and I put it in a speed reviews. The thing is, like, I don't know how it compares to some of the other formulas. I haven't worn it in the last few weeks, and I don't know, it was too new to really develop like a really lasting impression. I think it's just kind of one of those, but I think I need to like wear it, you know, and wear it under like fluorescent lights at work to really get my mind wrapped around it. So for now, I'm going to hold on to it. And then this color corrector from NYX, the Pro Fix Stick. This one is in the shade Pink. I really enjoy this. I don't love these in the concealer shades. They're just not creamy enough to be concealers for me. But this in a really light layer in the inner corners is really nice. And I think that this was a creamier formula in the color corrector than it was in like the concealer shade. So I'm going to hold on to this one. And then this one is one of my absolute holy grails, the Lancome Serum Concealer in the shade 220C. Now this is too deep for me, but I just generally and genuinely do not care. It's such a good formula, like super, super duper lightweight, probably my most lightweight, but one that's like light to medium buildable coverage. Look at the concealer shades that I have going on here. It's just never been a strength of mine to get concealers that match me well. And they're just like honestly all over the place. Like 220C should be cool, but you can tell this is definitely not like the coolest looking shade ever. I think it's quite warm. In fact, Lancome products tend to like oxidize after a while. This is half gone, probably, maybe more than half gone. I use this all the time. I travel with this because it's like plastic too. So this one's not going anywhere. And then the Maybelline Fit Me, I repurchased this. This is in the shade 10 Fair. This I liked back in the day. And then when I was getting into more creamy, radiant concealers, I was like, you know what? I need to pick up the Maybelline Fit Me again. So I did. And I do really like it. Again, it's a very, very thin formula. Look for Fair. Doesn't that look awfully warm? Anyway, but yeah, I am enjoying this. This is a really good concealer. Definitely probably a dupe to like the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and a fraction of the price. Pretty good. You know, it doesn't offer a bunch of coverage, but I do like it for like lighter makeup days. So I'm gonna hold on to that one. Now the Refi, I have gone back and forth on so many darn times. This is the, I think they call it Serum Concealer also in the shade 04. Now Refi does excellent cool tone shades. So as far as like a shade match goes for me, like this one's probably the closest. It's cool tone, it's fair enough for me, but it's kind of thick. And some people have said like you need to shake it and that's how you get like the seruminess to come about. I don't know. And for it to be a thinner formula, because when you don't shake it, it's dry. It looks dry. It definitely emphasizes the lines under my eyes, just sinks in. So I started shaking it when one of you recommended that. And the formula definitely gets thinner. And I shook it this morning, but no matter what, like it was still sinking into my fine lines. So this one I just know, even though I love the shade, it's really not a reason to hold on to it because I just don't love the way that it makes my under eyes look. Now this one, my son was messing with. I took the puff off. This was another repurchase when I got the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser from Maybelline. And it's a deeper shade and more coverage than the Maybelline Fit Me, but it's also a very, very thin. Very nice formulas from Maybelline. They tend to do some pretty decent concealers in my personal opinion. Again, a lot more coverage, not exactly the same type of formula as the Maybelline Fit Me. Like I would consider that a serum concealer, where this one is a little bit thicker and tackier and definitely more full coverage, but I do like it for more full coverage days. It does not sink into the fine lines. However, it can look kind of heavy if I go in with too much product. So I go in with just a teeny tiny bit and that's good enough for me. A little bit of a deep shade, obviously, but I'm gonna hold on to this one. Now the Natasha Denona. You know, people love this. I just find it too thick of a formula for 41-year-old under eyes. Mine personally, it has never worked very good. It's the High Glam Concealer in the shade N3. It's also been a too deep of a shade for me too. You know, it's good to like put all over, which a lot of people do, I'm pretty sure. But this concealer is just wear it like as a foundation instead of a concealer. I'm not saying that this isn't lightweight. It's just a little bit thicker. Like I can see it on the under eyes more so than I want to. And it's just a little bit too deep. I'm realistically not reaching for this. And I'm sorry that if this is your favorite, I wish it was mine too. If my under eyes cooperated, I tell you, I'd like a lot more makeup than I do. That's just the way that goes. All right, this one from KARIM. Oh, so good. The best under eye brightener I ever have tried. The Hydrating Under Eye Serum Concealer. So these came out in concealer shades, but then also mostly color correcting, brightening concealers for under the eyes. It's a glass jar. It's super duper thin. I can even wear this on its own. The problem is it smells. I haven't used it that much, but it is still the best. Regardless of my usage, that's more indicative of the fact that I don't color correct very often than it is the quality of this formula in the shade Dawn. It's so good. The color is fantastic. Not very many color correctors are this pale for super fair skin. So I just found it to be an incredible shade, in addition to the formula being super duper thin and me telling you like that's really my preference, but it smells already, so I want to get rid of it. I just used it the other day and I was like, ew, 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 ew. You know, KARIM is clean beauty, so, but it really stinks. Surprisingly faster than some of my other clean beauty products. All right, this one is fairly new to me. The MAC Studio Radiance 24-Hour Luminous Lift Concealer in the shade NC10. This one's all right. You know, this one reminds me of like the Natasha, like thin, but can sometimes be a little bit too hydrating for my under eyes. Kind of like this doe foot. See that? It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's extra puffy, but a little bit, and then it works well for me because it's newer. I will hold on to it. I definitely don't feel like it's so bad I want to get rid of it. Okay, another one of my absolute favorites from Laura Mercier, the Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer in the shade 1C1. One of the better shade matches for me also, but super duper lightweight. See how cool tone it is? The ones that are really, like even the Refi is starting to warm up on my skin. Like these super duper cool toned ones are kind of hard to find for me, even when I buy them in cool, as you saw with the Lancome. But this is just one that stayed cool toned without kind of oxidizing. It's a really thin formula. It's like light, medium, maybe light buildable to medium coverage. So one of my favorites. I've said this before, but it really has not changed. I think my favorite three, I'm trying to reach this one. My favorite three concealers are really these ones right at the current moment. I would say that the Live Tinted, the new one, and I'll show you that in a second, like that one's definitely creeping up there. But these are for sure the thinnest concealers that don't just offer like zero coverage. So I love all three of those. So I feel like anything else kind of has to complement or supplement what those aren't giving me, you know? But like speaking of the Live Tinted, and I'm pretty sure this one is a fairly new release, it's the Hue Skin Serum Concealer in the shade 20. This one I think offers more coverage than the other ones. It's a pretty cool tone, even though it's deeper, but still super thin. Never creases, never looks dry, none of that. So anything that really calls itself a serum concealer, I usually get along with. I would say this one is creeping up there in terms of like my top 4 favorites. Another color corrector, this one is from Essence. It's the Correct and Conceal Under Eye Brightening Concealer in the shade Light. This one is also very good, but it's more peachy than it is pink. Like the very big distinction between this one and this one. And while this isn't bad, I just feel like it's a little bit too peachy. I want to compare it against the Revlon Correcting Concealer, and this one's in the shade 105, so it's like a neutralizer shade. This one is newer and it's decent, but like the difference between the two for like being super similar formulas, like both of these are actually very nice on the under eyes and very thin, and they do work fairly well. I would say that this one's just a better shade match for me, so I'm gonna get rid of the Essence Correct and Conceal. And also this is a little bit, it's not as good, like it's maybe not enough coverage in this one. This one's a little bit more coverage like between the two, and I think they're both the lightest shade, or like this one's like truly the neutralizing or color correcting shade. Like this one from Revlon is better, so I'm gonna hold on to that one and then get rid of this one. And then this one from Versed is the serum concealer. You know, it is very lightweight, but what I'll say is they make this doe foot so big that you get so much product, and I think that impacts like how it looks under the under eyes. This one's in 2N. Like it's so hard not to get a ton of product when you're using this. See, there's just like so much happening on that doe foot that sometimes I have to like put it on the the back of my hand and then go into my under eyes with it. It's a decent shade and it's a decent formula if you do not use too much. It's thicker than a serum concealer, like more tacky than some of the other ones that call themselves serum concealer. Typically my serum concealers are thinner, they slip, my whole house is just doing a thing. This one doesn't. It's tackier, kind of stays in place. I kind of have to be careful with this. It's definitely more of a natural finish than the rest of them, but it is damn good. I don't love it more than the Live Tinted that I got at the same time, but I do like it and I want to keep it. All right, this one from Kaja, I think they're discontinuing. It's the Don't Settle Concealer. I can hear my son coming. In the shade Mooncake. This is a really cool tone shade also, so I really do enjoy that. And it's very, very lightweight. It's also a very good concealer. It doesn't settle. I like that it's super, super lightweight, very serum-y. I haven't used it enough. I put in a speed review, sure, but I mean, I haven't, they're like yelling at each other, but I haven't like consistently used this for like 2 weeks or whatever, you know, back to back. Again, wearing it all day and then paying attention to how my under eyes look. Sometimes I need that in order to determine that I absolutely love something. So I'm gonna hold on to this one. You know, it's more of a natural finish, kind of like the Versed, I think, than say the Live Tinted one is. So again, if you're someone like me that really likes that serum concealer under the under eyes and really thinks like sink into the fine lines, so just emphasize the lines that are there, I definitely would recommend the Live Tinted over the Kaja Don't Settle. And again, I think they're discontinuing this or something. Definitely taking it out of Sephora, where I've seen it just been discounted. And then the very final concealer is the brand new one from LYS. This one is called, oh my gosh, where is it on this packaging? It's not on here anywhere. I don't know what it's called. I think it's like the Full Coverage Serum Concealer. I wouldn't even know. This one is in LN3. It's the kind that has like the little puff on it. So far, I mean, the puff is still like picking up product, so I haven't had to like do it again, but it's very serum-y, very medium coverage. I have not done a speed reviews on it yet, but I really do enjoy this. So I'm happy to like get rid of this one that was a holy grail at one point that I had a backup in. I'm okay getting rid of this now that I have this one, because I think this one is just as good. I feel like they're a very, very similar formula. I'm not sure why they needed to unless they're getting rid of this one. I don't think they are, but like that would make sense. That would be the reason that I would get rid of this one, is that you just wanted to, you know, come out with a new one. But this has a puffy, so not as cool. Not a lot of people love puffies, and eventually I might end up like pulling this off because these tend to like stink and clog up and do weird stuff, but right now it's new, so I'm okay with it. Anyway, very lightweight, doesn't do any funny stuff on the under eyes, so far I'm actually really, really enjoying this. Okay, I started with 21 and I'm holding on to 14 concealers / color correctors. I mean, it's still too much. Like, who needs 14? But 7 are gone, so I feel pretty good. Let's move on. I think I want to do everything like in the miscellaneous eye category and brow products. Okay guys, this is everything that I've got that's, what are these? Like lash glues, eyeshadow primers, all of my eyebrow pencils, which I don't have a lot, which is good. I mean, honestly, I just stick to what I like and that's pretty much it. I do need to do a repurchase pretty soon of my favorite, which I will tell you. So let's go over, let's do brows first. I'll pull out everything brows, which I think that's it. So I stick to pencils and pencils only. I don't really care for pomades. I don't care for brow glues or brow gels. Maybe at some point I might like to start using like a brow gel. I noticed my left eyebrow is like starting to droop more, but as of right now, it's just not what I use. This one from Kevin Aqua, I mean, I like it. The Precision Brow Pencil. I think it only sells on his website, or their website, I guess I should say. But this one's in too deep of a shade for me. It's in brunette. You know, I never know, like, as the shade ranges go for pencils, like what's gonna work. It's just too dark. It probably matches my hair pretty well, but it doesn't match my brows, which is like a very cool brown, and I prefer to match them than to go darker. So I have this in my filming station. I don't want to get rid of it because I will like very lightly use this. I hate wasting brow products. I don't know what it is about me. Usually I can just make them work. I don't know why I'm like that with brow products. I just don't get very excited about them. And then the one from Rare Beauty I've had the longest. It is very very nice, like of a formula, where the Kevin Aqua is like definitely more dry. This one's a creamier formula. It's the Brow Harmony Precision Pencil in Rich Taupe. It's just way too dark. Again, usually I can go for taupes, but where is it? Is it done? Is it donezo? Did it go? It just broke into the cap. So I was holding onto this one in my filming station too, because it's a very, very creamy formula, like very pigmented. Oh, I just put it upside down. So like I could use very little amount while I was filming. I keep trying to save it, but like it's done. Forget it. I'm just gonna throw it away. So that one is garbage. But anyway, it was just too deep in Rich Taupe. Like it's definitely too deep of a shade for me, and a really creamy formula and quite pigmented. And for that reason, it kind of was like one that I didn't want to use unless I was really filming, because like on an everyday basis, I just felt like it was noticeably too dark. So we'll get rid of that one. And then this one is my current favorite. I've repurchased this too. So I used one that was in taupe and it was too deep of a shade for me. So I ended up picking up Cool Ash Brown, which is 100% the best shade match to my natural brows that I have found. It's not a super creamy formula. It's on the drier side, but it's not as like chalky feeling as the Kevin Aqua. Like now that I'm looking at it, they seem, my son is screaming. They seem very similar, but I promise you, like this one is so cool and the formula is so great. It is called the Blade and Shade, and I just love this shape. This shape is so cool. It's not even that different than a lot of microfine brow pencils, but the thing is, like, I just turn the pencil like this, and just lining the bottom of my brow is so freaking easy. So this is a perfect shade match for me, and it's an affordable pencil. So this is the one that I need to repurchase, that I want to keep getting over and over and over. So like when I went to Ulta and I picked this up, oh, that's all that's left. I was like, should I get more than one shade? And then I decided not to, because I wasn't sure if this one would work for me, but this does work. This one I have repurchased so many times, I can't even tell you, 15 times. The Secure Brow Eyebrow Pencil from LYS in the shade Soft Brown. I'll just go ahead and open it. I'm about to use the NYX one up, so I'll need to use this. Now this is another one that I don't know if they're like discontinuing or like if they only sell this on their website, but that's the only place I've been able to find it. They don't carry it on Sephora. This one again is another very, very cool tone shade. It just works very well for me. Actually, I think this, oh look, it's actually a lot warmer than the cool soft brown or ash brown, but the soft brown, it really does look good. You know, sitting side by side, they definitely, you can tell the difference between one that's a little bit more warm and one that isn't. This one is a drier formula than the one from NYX, but it does work. I guess I just didn't realize it was a lot warmer. But one of my favorites, again, have repurchased it many, many times, specifically from Ipsy, because it's very affordable there. They've had it on sale so many times. So I've just picked it up every single time I've placed an order with Ipsy. All right, this one from Judy Doll, they did send me. This is their eyeliner and eyebrow gel in 02 Dark Brown. It's the kind that has like, you know, the brush tip, and you like squeeze out the product on one end, you kind of put it on the back of your hand or like on something, and then you pick it up, or you can kind of just squeeze it into the tip of this and then just go like this and, you know, coat your brows. Just not a thing for me. And I wouldn't want to do something with a brow and an eyeliner. I like Church and State. I like when things are specifically used for a single purpose and not both. So this was too deep for me anyway. It was super, super dark, but also it was a really, really creamy formula, which is just not something that I like to work with either. So I'm going to declutter that one. So we ended up decluttering these two and holding on to these three. Yes, not super exciting. Just kidding. We have this one from LYS. I did have another of this. You guys probably saw it sitting over there the whole time I was talking. So obviously I need to open this one pretty quickly, but this one I'll keep in the drawer as well. So we decluttered two, and then we're holding on to these four. All right, here are the state of things for eyeshadow bases, primers, and lash glue. So I'm pretty indifferent as it comes to sticky bases for glitter. Like I'll pretty much use anything that works. This one is from AOA Studio, the Tacky Base Glitter Eye Primer. I think it works just fine, and there's probably a ton still left in this. I like it. I don't like it more than the Moira and the NYX. I think those are both fine, but I don't think that this is old or bad, so I'll hold on to it. All three of these I'm gonna hold on to. The glitter primer from NYX is really good. Again, these two are probably better formulas. This one just goes too long. You know, you kind of want it to dry quicker, and these definitely are like perfect dry time. If I was gonna get rid of anyone, it would be this one, but I do keep one up in my filming station, and then I think these two right here live in my drawers where I get ready, so I think I'm fine with that. The one from Moira, I wonder if I'd like it the most. I don't know, it and the NYX are so similar. I feel like Moira was coming after NYX when they made this packaging. Like, how could they not be? I think they're both really, really good, and they're both affordable. Like, who needs anything more expensive? AUA Studio, obviously, this one is the most affordable at $1, but I'm gonna keep all three of those. As far as the lash glues, you know, I really don't use these very often. I do wear lashes, again, not very often, but I don't love these lash glues. They're just not my favorite. I love the Moira lash adhesive, but it's also like a 2-in-1. It's a liner as well. I prefer that so much more than these lash glues. These are just not my favorite to work with. I don't know why. They don't dry fast enough. There's too much product on them. Lots of different things. So I have the Duo brush on adhesive. I don't love this, really. I would prefer the Sephora if it's still in decent shape. I mean, it's okay. Like, it's okay. I think they're both fine to keep. I threw away a couple pretty recently. They're both clear and they're fine. The Duos just have never been my absolute favorite. This one, however, is a dark tone. So I want to look at it because I don't know what that means. And also, I don't think this is the kind that I like. No, this strip lash, dark tone. What does that mean? Oh, it's like black. That's so weird. So I don't need this. This came with lashes of some sort. The reason I definitely don't need this is because that's what my 2-in-1 lash adhesive and liner is. You know, if I wanted anything dark tones, that's what I would use. So it's good to have a clear one though. Sometimes you just don't want that black liner on and you want something like this. So we'll hold on to these ones, but this is new, so I'll just pass it along. I'll probably give it to my sister. And then these are two of my eyeshadow primers. I will literally use any concealer. I will just set my eyes with powder, which I do a lot of mornings, so I don't reach for eyeshadow primers all that often. The Morphe is an actual concealer. This one is the Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer in Ivory 3N. It is too thick of a formula for me. It is also one of the fat, chunky ones. It also is a little bit on the dry side, so not something that worked well under my under eyes. So I thought, well, this is actually a really good concealer because it's a little bit more high coverage for an eyeshadow primer. So that is quite genuinely what I use this for, and I use it all the time. This one I use more frequently than the Rare Beauty because this is on my filming station. This here is actually at my vanity, so I use that more often. But Rare Beauty is it though. It's way better than the Morphe concealer as far as how it works. This one does not have a ton of product left in it. I don't love the shade on this. It's definitely oxidized over time. It's not as full coverage, but it's just better in terms of like how easy it is to blend out and that it's creamy and it's not drying on the eyes. Different colors, and I feel like this one I would rather reach for if I'm trying to do like a dark or deep eye look or something like that. This is whiter and this has a little bit of a tint to it. So they serve different purposes. I'm gonna hold on to both of these. So out of that whole lot, we only ended up decluttering 3 things. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, here's everything: eyeliners, eye pencils, you name it. This section overwhelms me because it goes all the way down. I think it's gotten out of control. I mean, I like having options. I just know I don't reach for everything. So here's where I'm gonna have to like fight with myself to get rid of things that I just don't reach for that often, you know? Like that's gonna be the trick here. So I don't even know. Let's just pull it all out. Okay, there's a lot going on here. I think I probably want to start with my black liquids, or maybe just like the liquids in general, and then kind of work my way to the creams. I think that's probably what I want to do. I have quite a few black liquids that I really do enjoy, so let's like swatch them and see if they're all still good. The Essence Superfine Liner Pen in black is amazing. It's one of the like thinnest lines. Yeah, and it's still good. There's another one that's really super fine too that I have. It's in here. I think it's like from Judy Doll. This is really good and it still feels creamy. Nice non-budge, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Probably gonna be like all of them that I hold on to. If I'm being honest, like I usually declutter black eyeliners if I don't like them. And I don't buy them that often either, but I do use them quite a bit when I do like indie eyeshadow looks. The Epic ink liner from NYX is a waterproof in black. It's also like super duper good. It's very creamy, but like it doesn't budge, you know, it doesn't bleed. And the Essence one does a really good one too. Like affordable black eyeliners are probably the way to go, I think personally. Oh, here's the one I think that is super duper fine. It's from AOA Studio. It's the Artista eyeliner pen, and this one's in the shade brown. Is this the really super fine one? Like now I'm questioning it. It is, but it's not the one that I'm thinking of. This one is just in brown, and it's nice to have a brown, so I'm gonna hold onto that. Where is the super duper thin one? Oh, here it is. It's in the brown packaging. It is from Judy Doll. This one is super, super slim. Slim liquid eyeliner in black. Like, look at that teeny tiny tip. If you want something thin, that's the way to go. And I have very hooded eyes, so a product like this is super duper nice for me. It's not pigmented, but it's not like too pigmented either. So it's not super deep. It's just very, very fine. This one's a really good one and it still feels good, so I'm gonna keep it. And then like my old school favorite is the Sephora, the colorful Wink It felt liner. This one's also in black. All of these actually feel so much better than the Essence. Oh my gosh, they're just slamming doors down there. Yeah, this one's starting to feel a little dry. And I have those other 3 in black that I prefer more. This was just giving me trouble, so I'm actually gonna get rid of it because that was the purpose of this. All right, this little mini one I got in an advent calendar from Stila, the Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This one's good. You know, I don't know like what Stila did back in the day to make everyone go, oh my god, best eyeliner ever. It's newish maybe, so I'll hold on to it. There's no sense in getting rid of it, I don't think. And then here's my Moira 2-in-1 Lash Adhesive. This is, oh my gosh, there's stuff all over it. This is so good. I need another one. It's like I use it so often. I have had backups of this. Like usually when I place a Moira order, if I know that I'm getting close, I will get another one of these because it's just so damn good. But yes, it's a black eyeliner and a lash adhesive in one. So it's perfect for when I want like a smoky wing, and it's the best lash adhesive ever. Do I have more liquids? Is this a liquid? No, this one is not. This one from Moira is, but it's also a cream on one side, the double-ended gel and liquid liner. So I guess gel, not cream. This is badass. Very pigmented, very thin. This is new. I just got this and the gel is so good too. Like look how opaque and creamy that is. The liquid side is absolutely fabulous for long wear. So I'm gonna hold on to that one too. And then these two are so old. You guys have had these for legit ever. From Eye Method, the beauty stamp, and they have one side that's a liner on one side. Why they're not dry yet, I don't understand. But then they come with a stamp on one side and I still use the wing. I do. I actually used it probably like 2 weeks ago. A wing on both sides and they still feel good. I received these in PR. These were the very first things I ever received in PR. Now why they're old, I understand that, but I still like the stamps. I don't use the liners very much, but honestly if I'm like filling in the stamp, then I will bust out these liners and they still feel good. I have kept so many blacks now. I feel like I should probably like pass some on. Now I just feel like I'm keeping too many. I mean like I need a brown. Like, should I get rid of the Stila? I mean, these are all so non-budge. I don't know. I like them all. I told you this was going to be a hard category. I really struggle. Like if it's not shitty, like why get rid of it, you know? All right, let's move on to the colorful liquids. I think that's where we'll go. This one is the eye-catching dip liner from Moira. I also just used this recently. While I don't love brush tips, this one performs really well. This one is in the shade Mulberry. Very non-budge. Moira does an excellent job with liners. Doesn't matter what kind of liners. I even have their gels here, their creams. They're really good. So all of the colorful ones I'm gonna hold on to if they feel good because I don't have a ton of them. I just missed a black one here. The liquid liners from ColourPop are also amazing. This one's in the Hills. They are opaque, they last, they're pretty colors. This one is in the shade Ducky, which is so pretty. Like these shades are so duper duper pretty. Duper duper without the super. probably could have shaken these, but look how opaque they are, and they really do last a long time. The ones from Game Beauty are also very nice. I got these in PR as well. The Persona 5 Royal Collection. Don't even know if they sell these anymore. The yellow is in Skull, but it's like a very bright, just look at that. That's so nice. Yellow. Where is my other one? Here it is, from Game Beauty, and it's in the shade Oracle. I mean, I have a green, but it's such a different green. That's like a turquoise. So I don't have a ton of colored liquid liners, as you can see, so I'm gonna keep all of them. And then the one that I forgot was the one from Rare Beauty, the liquid liner in the shade, I don't know, this is just black. The Perfect Strokes matte eyeliner. And honestly, ooh, it's like coming out. This one's a really thick tip, but it's still good. All right, I will make a decision and I'll get rid of the Stila. I honestly don't love like little pens like this anyway. And then I'll keep the Perfect Strokes because that one's also nice. The thing is, I think with the Rare Beauty, you have to really be careful to go light-handed because it's such a big tip. This one, I guess you can consider like a colorful liquid liner. It's in Ballroom Bling from Kiko Milano, the Bridgerton collection, sorry. And it's cool, you know, it's colorful, you can see it. I don't know how much I use it, but it's fairly new, so I will hold on to it. So far, I've only gotten rid of 2, so I suck. Like, let's just get rid of some like easy ones that I know that I can get rid of. This Fake Awake from Tarte. It's a mini. It is fine. I just broke it. That just tells me right there. This was like too creamy. There's like nothing in here anyway. And I honestly barely ever brighten. I don't like brightening. Honestly, I feel like the brightening part really makes my eyes look droopy. So I'm not gonna do it. If I was going to, it would be this one from ColourPop. ColourPop and Moira Beauty are honestly like my favorite liners. They're just, I prefer to buy affordable liners. I mean, I like quality, but I definitely prefer to not pay too much money because it's kind of a product that just doesn't last very long, you know? It's like eyebrow pencils. I would totally prefer to spend less money on them. So if I was gonna keep one, I would keep this one here. And speaking of brighteners, I'm trying to decide whether or not this one from Makeup Forever is worth keeping because these don't stay. They have no purpose for me. I prefer something that is way more waterproof or something that I smudge out to be deep. And this just isn't that. I'm just wondering if I should keep something because it's light. But speaking of the other one from Makeup Forever, now I have a bunch more of these, but they're not in like liner shades. Ooh, I like this though. This is a smudge pencil. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the white. I just don't think I would use it. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know about this one. It's good for smudging. Like let's do some other ones that I smudge out. It has to be smudgy ones that are black. So this one from Kevyn Aucoin is the Precision Eye Definer and it's in the shade Coal or Black. I'm not sure. I think it's Coal, but it's so thin. It's like microfine and it's so creamy. Like you just can't deny how good this is. And I smudge this out all the time. I love that this gives a really like defined wing and you can just smudge it. And then this one here, I do use all the time, the Kiko Intense Color Long Lasting Eyeliner, again in the shade, it's like 16 Black. This one's a thicker liner, but also like very smudgeable. I like both of these. Ooh, this one from Kevyn Aucoin. No, you have to smudge fast. That's right. That one does stick, so it's really good for a wing. This one's like a good wing, but to smudge. You know, I guess these are my only 2 smudgies, now that I think about it, that are black. Well, I have this one right here from Kaylee, the Longwear Gel Eyeliner. You know, this is supposed to like dry down, but it's kind of like smudgy. It's like a lipstick tube. It's really pigmented and I did like it. I bought it on Amazon and I got like a set of 2. I don't need this one though. I can pass this one along for sure. It's just so pigmented and so creamy. That one's a really good smudgy. So I have like 2 smudgies. To be honest with you, I really don't prefer this one. And I have other ones that are not in liner shades. I don't know if I said that already, but I keep those ones up in my like lip area, my lip liners, which I probably need to go through again pretty soon. I haven't gone through those in a long time. But this, I'm not as much of a fan of. It doesn't lock down. It's a super small pencil. It is creamy, but the other ones are better. I just don't reach for it. Honestly, I'm gonna pass it along. This one here is a powder from Sheeta Makeup, and I couldn't get down with it. I saw it on like a TikTok short or an Instagram reel or something, but it doesn't stay. I'm just not super talented with makeup. It's not quick and easy. I'm gonna pass that one along. Let's go through the other smudgy like wood ones. I have 3 of them from e.l.f. These are their new releases. The Smoky Coal eyeliners. I think this is Evergreen, Rare Emerald. This one is in Limelight, and this one is in Brownie Points, and they are amazing for smoking out. Very opaque. These are $4 a piece. I just love that they're opaque too, and like super duper creamy, but affordable. Again, eyeliners, they need to be affordable. I can't stand it. Eyeliners to me just don't hold enough value to be something that I would spend a ton of money on. Not that I wouldn't, but normally for like a repurchase or having a lot of them, I would rather have like more affordable ones. Those ones are new and I love them. I started with 2 shades and I ended up going back for another. They're really good for smoky dokies, so I like that. I have 4 that are non-budge in the like black and brown category. These are great for the waterline. That's what these are great. These are great for that too, but they're all very colorful. So this is my old time favorite, the 24-hour retractable liner in matte black from Sephora. So like in the waterline, this is my go-to. It's just super pigmented and it lasts a really long time. The one from e.l.f. is a new favorite too, the no budge retractable eyeliner, and this one is in black too, but it retails for $6 and it's like just as creamy and like just as black. Great, great, great for the waterline. The brown one that I have is the 24-hour ultra precision gel eyeliner in waterproof from Catrice. Very good, very nice brown, very chocolatey brown, very creamy too, but it also stays. And then this one is the newest one to me. I didn't realize like how waterproof this one was from Rare Beauty, the Perfect Strokes Longwear Gel Eyeliner in True Black, but it's so good too. The thing is like you roll it up and it's a clicky style, and so it doesn't go back down. So far I'm not hitting the top, but I don't love that. Okay, so I have 4 that are the black and brown category that I'm still gonna hold on to. So far I'm not doing so great. Let's get rid of this. This is from Spotlight. It's the highlighter pencil in the shade Pearl. So you know, you can really just like highlight your brow bone, but I never do that. So I'm gonna pass that along. And then this one from Ulta, it's getting so old. All the writing is just so messed up. But this is one of those that you clean up an eyeliner. Like if you make a oopsie, you go like this and it like takes it up. But you know what? It's like dried out. Like I'm not even sure this is like really working. Let me feel it. I mean, it's kind of still working, but it's got so much like glitter on it and stuff. I mean, it does work really good when you make an oopsie with a liquid, and then you just need to like clean it up really quickly. Like for right now, I'm just like trying to clean it off. I think I'll probably hold on to it, but it's so old. Next declutter, I'll just trash it. And I think these are all the colorful liners that I have. So like, let's just go through and swatch these and see which ones don't feel so great that I can get rid of. Because there's only 2 shades in here I don't like. The rest I like. They're all ColourPop, Moira Beauty, and that's pretty much it. There's like one Illuminati one, but I like the affordable side of these. I like the multi-chrome finishes. I like having colors. Oh, there's one from NYX in here. So let's just go through and swatch these ColourPop ones. The writing is off, so I don't know what shades these are in, but these are the multi-chromes, or at least this one is. I think I have some that are not, but that's still very creamy. It's a like purple to green shift. I don't know if you can like see the green, but these ColourPop ones actually flip quite a bit. And I think this is the only other one that I have that is a multi-chrome from ColourPop. It's kind of similar shade actually. It's like a blue to purple. No, it's different. Blue, purple, they're both just deep, so I'm gonna hold on to those. The other multi-chromes that I have, Moira and Illuminati. So the Supernova multi-chrome gel liners, this one is in the shade Flare from Moira Beauty. They're all still so creamy. It's like an orange to green. It kind of matches the color of like the packaging. These were very affordable and I bought all of them in a set. This one is in Ultra. I think they've added shades since then. Ugh, this one just never showed up very well, so I don't often reach for it because I don't like brightening shades in the waterline. Like, let's think about that one. And then this one is in Electra. It's also a very brightening shade, but I think it has more of a base. It does. Oh, it's so pretty. Like, I love these yellows. This one is is in the shade Chroma, which is a very light blue. It's also gray. Some of these ones from Moira Beauty, even though they're supposed to be like multi-chromes, I feel like they're just kind of sparkly, where these ones from ColourPop actually shift something different. This one is nice. I'm gonna hold on to that one. And then I have Rhea, which I think is another deep one. Yeah, nice green. See, it's mostly sparkly. Doesn't flip too much. This one maybe green to yellow. Then this one here is in the shade Phoenix. Ooh, that's another light one. Ooh, but I like that one so much more because it has like a flip to it more so than like this one. And then Buzz. Like honestly, the only one that I would really like to get rid of, that's almost like a solid blue in Buzz, is this one right here, which is that light purple. But what is the point of just getting rid of one? Why not just like keep the band together? And did I swatch Nova? I think Nova is like the last one to swatch. Yeah, that one's really pretty. It's a green to yellow flip. Hard to kind of see the flip on some of these. Like this, I don't even know which way to turn my hand sometimes. No sense in getting rid of them. They're all extremely creamy and they are so hard to get off. The first time I swatched these in a video, I washed my hand maybe an hour later because I was filming and doing other things, just cleaning up the room. It was so hard to get them off with Dawn dish soap. I was scrubbing for days. Is this one a multi-chrome? Yes, it is. I messed up. Here's the other multi-chrome from ColourPop. Ooh, it's probably similar to this one. Oh, it is, but it's so much creamier. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. I'm not doing good at all. So like whatever I was overwhelmed with in the drawer is going to continue to overwhelm me. Let's go through the two NYX ones. These are absolutely fabulous. The mechanical liners, this one is in the shade Aquamarine Dream. These are like, again, just affordable. Just give me affordable. I don't need anything else. These are just like solid matte colors, but they're really pigmented and really good and affordable. And they last a long time. Emerald Empire. Ooh, I barely used this one. I did get these not that long ago, but like I need mattes, you know, some mattes, and I didn't have these colors in the matte category. I had like these solid ones. The closest one would have been this like navy blue. So let's swatch these and see how these feel. The Statement Gel Liners from Moira, Royal Blue. Why are these so creamy? I'm just like, I'm mad that they're still good and I haven't used them enough. This one's in the shade Red. I don't use red very often, so that one's like on the newer side. Do I have two reds? Oh shit, I do, and that one was new. Here's the one that I have normally used. Do I need two reds? Are these the same color red? Okay, fine. I will get rid of the old one and I will hold on to the newer one. That is my contribution to myself, to getting rid of some. And then this bright pink one, I think is just in pink. Yeah, well, hot pink anyway. Ooh, such a good, like, matte, nice and opaque. Ooh, this one's dirty. This one is in the shade Mint. Also extremely good. Oh, so good. Really. NYX, ColourPop, Moira, they do no wrong when it comes to liners, I tell ya. And then these last two I don't like, so I saved them so we could declutter them last. From Illuminati, I don't know what shade this is, but this is like one of their multi-chromes. Oh look, not even that old and it's just coming apart. I don't like this. It's like a gross kind of gray on me. Like it's supposed to flip purple, but then when you like smoke it out, you mostly see gray. So that one I'm gonna let go of. And this one I've held on to for like brightening. It's the Make Continuum Waterproof Gel Eyeliner in Otherworld, but I don't really love the formula either. And it's like a gold and I never reach for it. It's nice and creamy, but I never reach for this color. I can pass this along. I don't like things this light. I just don't think they offer anything. I don't like these kind of like brassy colors. If I'm doing like an eye look, I do really want something a little bit deeper in the waterline. Told you that anything else just kind of makes my eyes look droopy, I think. And this doesn't show up in the waterline very well. And I don't use this as like a smoky liner, so I'm gonna let it go. And then this, the B-Liner palette from Beauty Bay. This is the Aquabated liner palette. I love it and I use it all the time actually. I wear it a lot with just like single eye looks, especially the white shade. As you can see, I dig into it pretty often. The pink shade, I haven't touched these two. I keep noticing that. I haven't touched the deep purple and I haven't touched the yellow, but they're amazing. I just guess that I like these pops of color when I'm doing like a a silvery or like a sparkly look, and I just like these 3 colors on. But especially the white, it is so good for like a long lasting liner. Like I wouldn't wear it to smoke out like this because it would just slip around and fade off. But when they're like these, and this is really affordable from Beauty Bay, I love Beauty Bay, their quality is so freaking good, then something like this is what I would reach for. Okay, I think I counted 45. That's excessive. That's definitely excessive, especially because it goes into like a spot in my drawer that's about this big, so it just gets stacked on top of each other. Probably gonna have to figure out a different solution for that. And 45 eyeliners, I feel like is way too much. And we ended up getting rid of 11. It's not a lot, but it's fine. I'm gonna take it. So keeping 45. Let's do setting sprays for our final category. Okay, these are all of my setting sprays. I'm not a big setting spray user, so I don't have a ton. There's only probably a couple in here that I want to get rid of. Not a lot. I'll go through them like really quickly probably. So the MAC Fix Plus is really good. Really, really good. Not only do I think that it like helps me when I'm extra powdery and I need my face to have like a little bit of hydration to it, I think it's also good for setting down. I don't know if you can see, there's like half left in this. This is one that I have repurchased after having like a mini of this. I had it like a long time ago, but honestly, it's like the best one that I found. The Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist is also like really good, but it's kind of on the oily side. This one is not. This is just hydrating without being like oily. So one of my absolute favorites. I haven't tried a bunch of fixing mists, but this is of those two, the best one. I'm so indifferent about this, but it's literally almost gone. Like I've traveled with this and it's small anyway, and I wanted to try the mini size. It's the On Till Dawn Mattifying Sunscreen with SPF 28. I wore it when we were walking around on vacation, and literally every day was just blasting with sun and on my face, and I wanted every bit of SPF protection that I could get. So it was like foundation, my moisturizer had it, my powder had it, my setting spray had it. So this was one that I reached for every day, but it didn't leave me mattified. So that is part of why I'm just like indifferent. I like it for the sunscreen aspect, but not the mattifying aspect. You know, the On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray from one size is the big one. You know, this is probably half gone too. I keep using it, attempting to like make it work for me. Why don't I get matte with this? Why does everyone else like get matte? This doesn't make my makeup last. It does not do it. Something's wrong with my face. So I keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna hold on to it. This one from Milk is probably also half gone. This is just me attempting to make this stuff work, and it doesn't. The Pore Eclipse Mattifying Setting Spray doesn't do anything. Doesn't keep me matte. This is just a mini. This is also not that old. I got this pretty recently. I got this in the powder and the Pore Eclipse primer because I kind of wanted to try the line because I'm combo skin, and in the summer I really, really need it. But this does nothing. This literally does nothing for me, so I'm gonna declutter it. And then honestly, it took me a long time to really just like fall in love with these from Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. You know, I think the reason that it's really good, because now I do really love it, is that it sets you down, but it's also hydrating. You know, some of these ones, where's my other matte one? It's like this one right here. The setting spray, the Lock Your Makeup non-drying matte finish, like it is on the heavier drying mattifying side, where this like locks you down, but doesn't dry you out. So if you had a foundation that was kind of already on the dry side, this wouldn't make it drier, you know? So they're both half empty. In fact, like this one's even less than half empty. There's not much. I got this in a set several years ago. I think it was like for Christmas or something, like a Christmas set like 3 years ago, something like that. I was just using the one for the longest time. And again, that's when I wasn't sure that I absolutely loved it. So I wasn't using it that often, but then I decided to give it a go again, and I've realized like how good these are. So now this one's just like a little bit over half full, and I just combined them. So this one's empty, so we'll throw that away. That's the declutter, wrong pile, and we're gonna keep that one. These two I have not tested in a very, very long time. So these are the next on the chopping block to decide if I want to keep them. So for now they have to stay. The Benefit the Pore Freshenal Super Setter, long lasting makeup setting spray, and this one is the Ultra Matte All Day Mattifying and Shine Proof. This one I probably will not wear like right now, or maybe I will now that it's like hot again for no apparent reason whatsoever in November. I need to test both of these. I have not done so recently, so I don't know if they like work. This one is about half full, and this one's like really, really full. I've barely even used this, but I did buy it because typically Moira products are pretty good. The Lock in Your Makeup non-drying matte finish setting spray from AOA Studio, you know, it honestly does a decent job. It's just that I don't think I'll reach for this during the dry season, and I don't want to hold on to it until next year. It's like $1 anyway. It's good, but I'm not a big setting spray person. I don't notice that they do that much, and honestly, I would prefer to reach for this. Something that sets me down, that's also slightly hydrating or just doesn't dehydrate my skin. This one I think was fairly good, but it's still more on the matte finish side. I did not love it, so I'm gonna let it go. And then this one from Ofra, the makeup fixer, this was terrible. Like, I guess this is probably the third one that I've tried that's called itself like a makeup fixer, but this left me super greasy. I don't understand why. It's supposed to be the Slay All Day that creates an invisible shield over the skin. I don't know, I just like immediately looked glowy and gross, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then this one is maybe almost done. It's the makeup setting spray from Sephora. You know what I use this on? Mostly to wet my brushes, but I've had it for so long and I do not use it, and I don't really think it did anything at all, so that's why I ended up using it, just to like wet my brushes. But I haven't used it in probably 8 months to do that. Not my brushes, I always say this, my sponges, to wet my sponges, but I haven't done it in like a while. So this one I'm going to declutter. So I've held on to 6, and that feels good. I don't need more than this because I genuinely do not set that much. I like having a small setting spray collection. I used to say that about powders until I realized like how much I love powder. But setting sprays, I don't know if I'm just gonna ever love it as a makeup category. It's not something I reach for. I try, I really, really do, but sometimes it just seems more of a nuisance than an actual help as like part of a habit for a makeup routine. So kept 6, but I am getting rid of these 5. So almost half of the setting sprays. It doesn't feel bad. Well, I ended up getting rid of 26 things. Is it a lot? No, it's not. Does it make me feel good? Oh man, you have no idea. I honestly get so excited just getting rid of anything. Even when you're getting ready through the day and you see 5 concealers in your drawer that you want to get rid of, it feels like a lot more. When you're just like, ooh, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Setting sprays, you know, they wind up all around my room. Like this one was in my drawer. This one like had just a tiny bit left. This was on my vanity. And I kept just like looking at them knowing that they needed to go. So anytime it's any number of products, it's good. And we didn't go through that many. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for tuning in with me. I am going to do single eye products and mascaras in the next video. So if you are not currently subscribed, I would love to see you subscribe so you can stick around. I'm out of here, and I hope to catch you all in my next video. Bye guys.